Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
As the highly contagious Delta variant spreads, coronavirus cases are on the rise. We'll tell you why some experts say that children could pay the price. But the driver of a tanker truck loses control and slammed into a median, causing the explosion that was seen for miles. We'll tell you how the accident is impacting travel on the busy I-75 interstate. That story, of course, topping our news here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassamy. There's some good news and bad news. We'll start with the good news. The right lane of southbound I-75 is now open. That stretch was badly damaged on Monday when that tanker did explode. MDOT also expects to reopen one northbound lane sometime today. Here's the not so good news, though. Some of the other lanes might not get fixed until August. Local 4's Sean Lay joins us now live with more on what we can expect. Sean.
Evrod, good afternoon to you and good afternoon, everybody. If you look over my shoulder in the southbound lanes, traffic moving very, very well. MDOT tells me they are very pleased with that. That's just one lane open southbound, but as you can see, cars, trucks, vans rolling by very, very well. Right below the northbound lanes, a flurry of activity. Today's weather very much helping out the contractor here. No rain, slowing things down, and they're making great progress. I am told, and this is important, guys, that the far left lane of, I'm sorry, you would think about going northbound, the far right lane of northbound 75 will be open at 5 o'clock. Now, if things start slowing down as far as improvements up here, then it could be open at sunset, which would be just around 9 p.m. tonight. But MDOT right now is confident that they can open up that far right lane of I-75 North at 5 o'clock today. We will be here when hopefully they open that up to traffic. But MDOT very pleased with the contractor. There was a saw out here starting to get some of that incredibly damaged concrete off the pavement here, off of the freeway, to start the process of resurfacing this portion of I-75 because of the heat from that incredible fire. We'll wrap things up here. The other good news that MDOT's very pleased with is that the contractor has the wall that melted. They have that gone, and they're going to replace that as quickly as they can for safety reasons. So things are progressing. 5 o'clock, we will see if this lane right here in northbound on the right-hand side opens up for traffic. Evrod, back to you.
A stretch of freeway that was just recently under construction and still continues to be under construction. Sean, thank you for the update. We'll be tuning in later. Right now, though, we want to get to some breaking news just into the Local 4 newsroom. The Biden administration will begin evacuation of flights in late July for Afghans who aided the U.S. military effort in the nearly 20-year war. President Biden has faced pressure from lawmakers on both sides to come up with a plan to help evacuate Afghan military helpers ahead of next month's U.S. military withdrawal. We have new information this afternoon about that deadly shooting outside of a Detroit strip club. It happened overnight at the Dollar Bills Strip Club. It's right there on Plymouth Road near the Southfield Freeway, if you're not familiar. Police say a man in his 20s was shot in the parking lot. They say several people pulled the man into the club to try and help him with his injuries, but unfortunately he did die from them. Investigators are looking for two men last seen on surveillance video in an SUV. New here at noon, United States overdose deaths hit a record 93,000 last year in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a 29% increase. The data comes from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And here's what we know about the coronavirus here in our state and across the country. The highly contagious Delta variant continues to spread and cases are on the rise. Now, states that have fully vaccinated more than half of their residents are reporting fewer cases. But even those bright spots are surrounded by a sea of red, as you can see here on your map. States now seeing a rise in new cases, at least 46 states. Experts are concerned, and they say that children could pay the price for low vaccination rates, especially since there's still no approved vaccine for kids younger than 12 years old.
If you can vaccinate all of the adults and all of the adolescents we know we can slow or halt transmission of COVID-19. And that's what's going to happen in Massachusetts and Vermont and maybe parts of the West Coast and elsewhere in the Northeast. It's what's not going to happen in Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, and now it's marching into the Deep South. So transmission will continue to accelerate. And what we'll see, and the ones who will also pay the price other than the unvaccinated adolescents, are the little kids who depend on the adults and adolescents to get vaccinated in order to slow or halt transmission.
Well, here's the thing. Children are less likely to die from COVID-19, but experts are saying that they're still at risk for serious complications. Dr. Hotez, who you just heard from there, says that up to 30% of children infected with the virus will develop long-haul COVID, which can include neurological consequences. In Mississippi, 7 kids are in intensive care because of COVID, and 2 of those children are on ventilators. Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is going to be announcing the first round of winners in the Michigan Shot to Win sweepstakes. That's going to happen during a virtual news conference that's scheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon. So far, more than 1.8 million Michigan residents have entered that sweepstakes, and you can watch the drawing. You can watch the announcement live on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com. Again, that is scheduled for 2 p.m. Let's turn our attention to the forecast now as we give you a live look outside through our sky cam there, Brandon. With that view, I'm still not impressed. Not enough sun for me. Still, you can see the clouds there.
Yep.
And we've been seeing, nonstop rain for quite some time now. But I do like the colors that I'm seeing on your map.
At least rain chances have been around. Not everybody gets in or cashes in, but today, a little filtered sun and clouds, and very nice, as Sean said, with the road construction up in Oakland County. The weather is helping. We've got temps near 80, but you factor in the humidity and you can add a couple 2-3 degrees to the air temperature for the feels like or heat index. So 85 feeling maybe more like 87, 88 this afternoon. Isolated shower chance. Storm Prediction Center has most of us, in a marginal risk for severe storms. I don't really think we're going to see much of anything. You see a couple of flare-ups just south of Ypsi heading to Romulus, but bigger storms are looming, and we will track those, Evrod, coming up.
Brandon, we'll see you then. A new study from the University of Michigan finds black male drivers get less respect from police officers than their white counterparts. Researchers gathered 250 audio clips of officer body camera video during traffic stops with black and white men. They extracted the audio clips to 10 seconds with only the police officer's voice being heard in the background. And their study found that those officers' tone of voice showed less warmth, respect, and ease with black drivers. Researchers concluded officer communication matters in building or eroding police community trust. Right now on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are making deals, and we're talking billion and trillion-dollar deals to improve everything from healthcare to technology in the U.S. to roads and bridges. Here's a look at what they've accomplished so far and what still needs to be negotiated.
A late-night deal by Democrats
The Budget Committee has come to an agreement
on a $3.5 trillion budget resolution. The proposal is separate from a bipartisan bill on roads and bridges that's still in the works, but it could set the stage for Democrats to pass reforms like expanding the child tax credit, offering paid medical and family leave, and potentially overhauling the immigration system. It's also expected to include changes to the U.S. tax code, and it would expand Medicare, allowing coverage for hearing, dental, and vision, and put money into research and development and technology.
We are very proud of this plan. We know we have a long road to go. We're going to get this done for the sake of making average Americans' lives a whole lot better.
But many progressive Democrats say $3.5 trillion isn't enough. Some moderates believe it's too much, especially on the heels of COVID relief spending. So today, President Joe Biden will try to sell the plan to the skeptics at the Senate Democrats' party lunch, and he'll meet with governors and mayors to talk about the bipartisan infrastructure framework. That's the roughly $600 billion bill for roads and bridges. The bipartisan group working on it says they want an agreement by tomorrow. For the president, it's 2 tracks to the same goal and the beginning of a long and intense summer of negotiations.
And now back to the Democrats' $3.5 trillion bill. Their announcement left many questions about their budget unanswered, and that would include how much it would raise through tax increases on the wealthy and corporations and other revenue to pay for its costs, along with how much would be spent on specific programs and how Biden's proposals would fit into the legislation. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon. Pope Francis has been discharged from the hospital after having surgery. After the break, we're going to tell you the first thing that he did after leaving the hospital.